Gilbert Burns reflects on his loss to Jack Della Maddalena. Gilbert posted this to his Instagram. He wrote, "Felt great in there. Put on a great training camp and a good strategy. Unfortunately, it's the fight game. Made a bad decision and paid for it. And I was very happy to be in there. Shout out to Jack Della on a great win. No excuses, just grateful to God. For my family, my team, my friends, my sponsors, supporters, and to all the fans. Time to rest and expend quality time with my family. See you guys soon." Kevin Holland also released somewhat of a statement since his loss to Michael Venom Page. Holland posted this to his Instagram story. Now it looks like just a blank image. However, if you throw it in Photoshop and do some corrections, it says Here was Justin Gaethje's live reaction to Dustin Poirier KOing Benoit St. Denis.
Yes! 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 All right. Yes! Hey! Say my name.
Kamaru Usman reacts to Michael Venom Page's performance over Kevin Holland. Usman explains why he's actually not a fan of the MVP versus Wonderboy matchup next.
I'm glad he had a great time, but I think he's definitely capable of more, and I think he should have showed a little bit more in there, because I do think that he had Kevin Holland in some compromising positions to where he could potentially capitalize and put that fight away. But he shows how dangerous he is, how hard he is to fight. And I said that before the fight. I said that Kevin Holland has had a hard time with guys like this, and he's going to have a hard time, and he definitely did. MVP, I think it was a good win for him. You know, you got your feet wet now. Now I think he can actually open up a lot more and display all his skills that have made him, known worldwide. I like it. I disagree with a Wonderboy fight. I do think, yeah, it's intriguing. Everyone goes, oh, it's intriguing. But when you have two guys that kind of, that only works with, I'm not gonna say only works, but most of the time, especially in the MMA, it works when you have two guys of the similar style. It mainly works when it's guys coming from grappling or wrestling. When those guys neutralize each other, that's when that works. I don't know, by having a point two karate guys in there. Of course, MVP can dart in and hit you with some good shots, good elbows, and definitely put your lights out. But I think they're both gonna play karate the whole time, and it might not be as exciting as everyone thinks it's gonna be. So I disagree there in thinking that's the next guy. But I think give him kind of a guy that's gonna try to mix in the grappling, because that's when I think you see the best of MVP, when he's able to defend those takedowns and then find his strikes with the guy that's gonna be trying to grapple or wrestle him.
Robert Whittaker has high praise for Sean O'Malley. Rob says Sean outclassed Chito for 25 minutes and was on the entire time.
I will say, Sean, I think the thing that I was most impressed about throughout the entire fight was he was switched on from start to finish. Okay, yeah. Sean's output was phenomenal. He honestly, and I like Vera a lot. I think he's a great fighter, and I think he's beaten a lot of good dudes. Yeah. But Sean outclassed him for 25 minutes, and Sean was on the entire time, and he treated Marlon Vera like a punching bag to some degree. Yeah. He was throwing high volume, big, a lot of shots for 25 minutes. 25 minutes. There wasn't really any lulls in the fight. For 25 minutes, Sean was doing that. And that's exhausting physically, for one. But more importantly, it's exhausting mentally, because you can't switch off against a dangerous dude about Vera who's just waiting for you to give him an opportunity. You can't switch off for a second. And Sean didn't. He just didn't. And mate, that was impressive. That was very, very impressive. I would have given a couple of those around 10-8s, right? They were crazy. Nobody predicted Sean just outclassing Vera the way he did. We all knew Vera was going to make it a dogfight. We thought it'd be more competitive. We thought Vera would, I guess, throw caution to the wind a little bit, but he just couldn't get past O'Malley's timing, speed, spacing, and threat. It's just, mate, it was just, no one could have predicted the fight to be as one-sided as it was.
Sean O'Malley fired back at Aljamain Sterling's reaction video to his fight against Chito. O'Malley reacted to this clip going around X.
And you could call me salty about it, you could call me a hater, but I stick up for my boys, and I hope you guys do too. But he should have called out Merab and did the right thing. I think it's kind of ridiculous for him to say, Dana, get the jet to Spain. What are you talking about, dude? You defended the belt against a guy who wasn't even ranked in the top 5. They moved him up to the top 5 to make it look like it was better, like he fought a top 5 opponent. How did Chito move up in the ranking? Who did he beat to move up in the ranking? He just barely beat Pedro Munoz. And I feel like there's been another title fight, and I don't want to say names. There's been another title fight where a guy wanted to avenge his loss, and the guy was ranked like in the top 15, and he won. But it's just one of those things where, yeah, you won, but it would be nice to fight the guy who's next in line. So that's the only thing that I feel a little bit awkward about, because I'm like, yeah, you won, but you won against a guy that we were all expecting you to beat. So as a champion, it's hard for me to put a lot of stock in that, because I just can't respect it as much. I do respect you win. Yeah, you go in there with anybody, it takes balls. And I'm just calling it how I see it.
Sean fired back saying, wonder his thoughts on the last guy I knocked out. LOL's jokes. Aljo fired back saying, LOL's. Yes. True men handicap their opponents and then pat their chest. What a bad. As I said, good win. Now be a man for once, stop deflecting, and fight the next best guy, Marab. Dustin Poirier appears to be a bit frustrated by Joe Rogan's commentary at UFC 299. Joe was saying that Dustin looked exhausted. On the MMA Hour, Dustin tells Ariel Helwani that was absolutely not the case. Check out the full interview with Dustin on MMA Fighting's channel. Links in the description.
Dude, I rewatched the fight last night with my wife when we got back to Louisiana. Joe Rogan said I was exhausted, said I was tired like 5 times. Bro, I do not get tired. I have some of the best cardio in this fight that we do. Like, I can go 25 minutes hard cracking the whole time. I can't believe he said that, but I felt good. I felt like he was gonna slow down. You know, that's what I was hoping for. I thought 3rd or 4th round is when I would really start to like pull away and break him down. But I got him out of there in a second. I'm grateful for that.
Chito Vera's home was allegedly robbed prior to UFC 299. These screenshots are going around social media that were allegedly posted by Chito's wife Maria. It's a screenshot of footage they have of the robbery. It says, "We will find you, mother." Here's another screenshot. It translates to the context is that last night there was a robbery. They broke into our house. Although they are material things, they are things that have been bought with a lot of effort and hard work. But hey, these types of things happen for a reason. And the truth is that tonight will be a good one. Tonight the gold belt will be ours. God with us. To the person who did it, I hope he really needed the money for something important. Much love. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Klon410 to stop covering Jake Paul. It's Full Mount MMA, not Full Mount redacted influencers. I don't even think Jake Paul was in yesterday's video. The second one's from Curve5608. Says, I'm sick of fighters wanting double champ status with only 1 title defense. And the final one's from AJ Music 2692. It says, Dustin is more likely to get a guillotine win before Conor McGregor's comeback. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.